Oh no, the line showed up. I don't know how to get rid of that, if I'm honest. Might just have to live with it, but... Oh no! Okay, well, let's do that again. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Skills That Kills, and we're playing Cities Skylines 2. In today's episode of Dewy Del Mar, we're going to work on a really cool project, which is a brand new district in the hills featuring a big arboretum and a replica of San Francisco's iconic Coit Tower. There are a lot of benefits to urban green spaces like this. You know, they give people a place to relax, breathe, reconnect with nature, and then they also keep the air fresh and even reduce urban heat. As for Coit Tower, I thought it would go well with the steep terrain in the area, since the real tower is up on a pretty sharp cliff in the middle of San Francisco. But mostly I think it would go a long way in giving our city a unique skyline, especially given the lack of asset variety in the game so far. But yeah, big contrast to the previous episode, which was all about heavy industry, but definitely something I want to prioritize in the city. So without much further ado, let's begin. Let's think about terraforming this area first, because it is very hilly, as you can see. I imagine they would just kind of take some of this dirt up here and fill in the cracks there. So let's get brush strength up, brush size down, and let's have kind of our area right here be at 135 meters. And we'll just fill in a little bit of this. And then we can slope up from, let's have this the entrance, slope up from 130 to 135. That's super easy, I think, on modern day cars. Okay, yeah, good enough. Let's go with the regular 2-lane road, turn off all those snappings. Let's start by just kind of getting it up to, a respectable distance. 120 is fine. And then we can, before we forget, make this connection here. And yeah, let's have this. I always kind of like it when we have offset intersections like that. Just kind of gives the area character of what is happening. Oh, I thought the shadow made it look like this hedge was way up high, but that's the shadow of the palm tree. Don't mind me. Yeah. Okay, let's continue this road. We'll curve it around, and I'm going to try to stick to the grid at this point. Curve it around, something like that. And I'm thinking it can make its way up there, but let's make this a nice consistent slope. Going up to, we'll bring this one down just a little bit. Okay, for inside here, I did make a while back this is basically with the road builder tool or mod, an alleyway with wider sidewalks. So we could just kind of, come off here or here. Let's stick with the grid for now. Come off there. And then I did the same thing, but for one-way alleys, so... Sure, yeah, why not? We could even do a lower tier down here somewhere. So if this is 135, let's get this down 5 meters below that. And we'll use this same kind of narrower street, so... You can zone on these narrow streets, but it just, since it's a narrow sidewalk, you can see that the zoning looks like it's not on the road, but it actually is. It's a little misleading. Oop, let's slope down here. That is one wicked slope. Let's try and make it a little gentler. 7.8, sure. And then let's have it slope back up, meet it somewhere around there. All right, let's continue this main beach street, which I feel like I'm always getting a beach street somewhere, but we'll bring it up here and we can make this connection in like that. All right, I'm gonna leave that there for now because what I want to eventually do is have it bridge over this naturally occurring valley, but also snake its way up this hill and kind of loop back around. And I wanna do, like a pond park up on that hill somewhere using our water surfaces, which I've never really used in Dewy Del Mar. So we'll see how that looks. But first, let's bring this back a little bit, and then we can start zoning this neighborhood. And I'm gonna primarily use either low density commercial, or for residences, we're gonna use townhouses. So let's actually, let's try European townhouses. I don't really have those. So I'm gonna do 2 deep on each side. and on this side right here. Actually, let's do 3 deep on this one. Since we got, I don't really want to zone closer to the college right there. We'll probably put some oaks to form a natural barrier. Same for over here. Let's make this kind of a retaining wall on this side. So we'll focus all the zoning on Beach Street right now. We'll do 3 deep for this one as well. Let's do some small medium density there. 2 deep on that side. I don't know if this will. It will, but I don't like what that does to the terrain, so we're gonna ignore that for now. Okay, in the center here along Lilac Street, let's get a nice small park. Let's look at maybe a playground. Could do it next to the residences here. And then we'll do just a small... Ooh, should we do high density? Let's see what that does. Yeah, it's not too tall. And then once those zone in, obviously we'll fill this in with surfaces and more trees to make it seem a little bit more full. But okay, let's think about this hill now. So let's get it up to, sure, 147. Flatten the area. What I'm thinking for this hill is kind of like a memorial pond. So we have where is it? Yes, the Maria Vasquez Memorial Plaza here. But I'm thinking it would be cool in the city lore that it was Call Me Infinite 0004 made. We had Maria Vasquez and her husband Marco Vasquez, who were kind of founding figures in the city, at least in our European village over there in what do we call it? La Granja Vieja, which someone pointed out that I was using like a Y sound, but obviously my Spanish is non-existent. So I'm thinking it would be kind of cool if we actually had their graves in this pond. And I'm thinking of the Dumbledore grave, if you remember in the 7th movie. Spoiler alert, but yeah, Dumbledore dies, and he has his grave in the middle of a pond in like a little mini island. So that's what I want to try. So I'm going to clear these trees out. Bring this even more, and we'll soften this abrupt change for sure. And now I'm gonna slope from here. Let's slope it all the way up to here. I don't want people to park along this road, so we're gonna use this alleyway with wide sidewalks again. We'll bring it up like that. Okay, and now I also made basically a version of this, but with angled parking. So I want the parking to face the pond. We're gonna do, is that right? I think this is right, yeah. Sorry, it's not angled parking, it's 90-degree parking. So let's make this connection here. Perfect. Kind of perfect. But yeah, all right, those townhouses are filling in nicely. And I know we're going to need to make a district out of this before long, or else they're going to complain about lack of services. Let's get this zoned here as well. Oh no, I didn't want that. I wanted going down like that. There we go. Let's get filling this spot really quickly with. We'll do another commercial, but we'll do a 2x2 low density. We'll do. Is there like a motel or something that we could... motel, perfect. Oh, yeah. That would be a nice spot for a motel, I think. Looking down, you can see Central Station in the distance there. Okay, cool. And we'll fill those in with trees and paths and such, but... Okay, back to our memorial pond. What we're gonna do, I just had an idea. Okay, I think I'm gonna have the pond here, but then we're gonna do like a waterfall that goes down into this valley. So let's go to our shift terrain tool. I'm gonna bring this way down, And then I'm gonna make a pond area in here that kind of follows the length of this valley. Okay, so to make this a bridge segment, we're just gonna get, we'll make a node here and here. Did it actually do that? And then we should be able to turn this into, yep, elevated segment just like that. Perfect. And now we can kind of lower the terrain around it as well. Okay, made the waterfall kind of area a little more prominent, but now we can go to our water surfaces tool. Go to this tab right here. We're gonna do the blue one with the waves just because it looks a little, actually, I was gonna say a little nicer, but I haven't tried deep waves yet. What does that look like? Versus just waves. I cannot see a difference, so we'll just do regular waves, I guess. So blue with waves. And let's make like a nice little kind of golf course looking pond effect here. Some oblong shape. And then we'll bring it down the edges of our waterfall area. Okay, I think that's probably okay. Then what we can do to kind of hide some of these edges is a combination of boulders and then our beach decals, the water decals. So we have these, seafoam decals from Sully, which are amazing, as everything he touches is. And so let's get a few of these kind of flowing down. Let's do the small one. Flowing down this river here. All right, now we can get some boulders, kind of lining the edge here to kind of hide the straight edge of the water there as well. Okay, and then last, let's get some wild bushes just kind of poking out of these rocks. I forget where I learned this technique from. It might have been Infrastructurist, which when you have kind of like an unkempt area that you want to look not necessarily wild, but like, you know, not downtown concrete jungle. Get bushes like this poking out of places, because bushes are like weeds. They just kind of grow everywhere. Although these are like some very colorful bushes. Maybe because it's fall. Okay, cool. We got a waterfall going into our little river pond thingy here. Let me make sure that this is not going to flow out into the college area. That would not be fun. And then we'll do some stuff around the pond, including the graves for Marco and Maria Vasquez. But for this one, we will actually use the water tool. So let's go to water, lake right here. Let's see, what's the point where we can actually make sure it doesn't overflow anywhere. Let's go, how about to here? See how that looks. We'll bring this radius down. All right, we'll start right there. And that'll start to fill up this area. So it looks like we'll have a pond kind of flowing down into shimmering water. Okay, it's filling in nicely. You can kind of see the edge of the water there. Maybe what I can do is just not have it go so deep into this little lake we made. So we'll have it stop where that seafoam edge is and see if that makes it any better. Kind of. Yeah, all right. We'll let that be. Over here, let's think about where we're gonna put the graves of Marco and Maria. And so I'm thinking we have this curve in right here. So maybe we'll bring back the surface and have like a little island in the center here. So let's bring this back. And then to get the island effect, I'm gonna connect it there. And like that. And then we'll kind of bring these edges out so it's not just straight edge polygon. Oh no, the line showed up. I don't know how to get rid of that, if I'm honest. Might just have to live with it, but... Oh no! Okay, well, let's do that again. Hey, no line. Okay, nobody touch anything. We're gonna keep it like that is. All right, cool. So we have our little island there still, although, yeah, it's pretty much where the small hump is. So we'll keep it there. And now we can go actually search for grave assets. So actually they might be in the base. There they are. We'll do nice big ones for them. Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. Do you think this, I think it would be very sweet if they were buried together. That's pretty cool. Okay, around it, what we'll do is we'll surround it with, or underneath it, we'll give it kind of a more manicured grass effect, at least in the center here, and then we'll put bushes on the edges to kind of hide the edges there. All right, how they actually maintain this grave site when it's completely surrounded by bushes, I'm not sure, but maybe we can remove one or two of these in the back here. And instead have like, right behind it, we'll have apple trees. So they can just crawl through there if they want to maintain the grave site, but okay, that's pretty cool. Around it, we can get our good old riverbed. We'll do riverbed thick to kind of make it like a mulch slash riverbank effect. So I'm going to trace the edge here. And then let's see. I think if I went above it, it would just go on top of the water, which I don't want, obviously. So we're just going to do it the manual way. Kind of bring it around these edges. Actually, I should be able to, yeah, snap to them like this, make it a little easier. How lovely. Maybe we can get a few more. I'm spending way too much time on this single island, but you know, these were patron saints of the city, so we definitely want to do right by them. Sorry about my lighting, y'all. It's just like blowing up when I'm close to the island there. I think though the water like reflects some of the light, and I don't know, but okay. I think that's looking cool. Now let's just fill in the area with more trees and yeah, bigger plants. We'll do our handy dandy oaks. Where are you at? And then I want to keep this view relatively unobstructed so they can still see whatever almost meet billboard. How lovely. That's their view for all eternity. Okay, cool. I think that's looking pretty cool, and I'm really liking how this waterfall into our man-made lake is turning out, so nice. Oh, yep, we gotta make a district for this. All right, very quickly, let's do the district creation tool. This is gonna be a new one for sure. Let's do, in honor of them, Vasquez Falls. Like a little waterfall over there. And I'm gonna keep all those off as usual. But let's make sure that all of our services are now pointing at them. And I think right after this, I'm gonna redo some elementary school because, again, we really need more elementary school capacity. Okay, like I said, yep, this is very full, 1200 out of 1200. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove one of these sub buildings for the elementary school. Let's get rid of this one. So let's see, like that. Get rid of that extension wing. Yep, I know, boo. Okay, let's also remove this park because I am going to build a new one over there, and then we can keep that there. But let's kind of extend this surface for our bigger elementary school. Let's go up here. And then extend the alleyway down here. Okay, go to education. We're gonna do a big one because this looks very collegiate, I think. Immediately upgrade it. And let's see. You know, I'm looking at this, and actually I think we need one more building in between here to also take care of some of our death waves. And so I'm gonna shift the school over to the right and make way for another crematorium, just because I think that also kind of looks like a college building. So let's extend this out even more. Get rid of this just for now. And then let's see if this crematorium fits in there. Almost. Okay, cool. And yes, it's a little morbid, but it looks like a college building. This looks like I went to University of Virginia, and this definitely looks like a building around there. So yeah, I'm calling that a college building for now. All right, how's education doing? We are barely in the green-ish, but I think we are okay for now. Okay, things are coming together nicely, I think. I wonder if we could even... Nope, it's definitely not letting me zone in that area right there. That's okay. I want to keep that area, that view clear, so we won't zone here as well. We could probably get a few more townhouses. We'll do North American this time, going down that way. Okay, but now I want to get a bridge going over a man-made lake, which will connect a path to it to, what is this, Dolly Hill. And then have it snake up into these peaks here, because I removed that columbarium. I want to put it up here to do kind of a more custom park build. But to do that, let's go, we'll do a regular road so we have more parking options. And yeah, let's get this up. Ooh, I kind of like having the key wall there. That's not bad. All right, and now we're just gonna continue. Let's go back down to ground level, and we'll just continue up. You can see there's like a pathway, a kind of a consistent slope already somewhere in these hills here. So we're gonna go up that way, although I wanna make sure this is a ground segment so we can start zoning on it if we want. To do that, we can do, force ground and then fill it in like that. Maybe we turn. Then we can make a node. Let's do it right here. And then just turn that segment to a key wall. Okay, perfect. Man, I really wish we could do the, what is it? The bridge effect, this one on a more narrow area, but you can see that's way too big, so we're not gonna do that. All right, before I forget, we also need, I'm gonna make one more connection kind of snaking down into this intersection right here. So let's go to our slope tool, start down there, and we'll end at this place. We'll kind of follow this curve right here in the terrain. Okay, now we have two ways to get into Vasquez Falls. So we have over by the college, and then now by Dolly Hill, and easier to access from the highway, the Pacific Highway, which is a new name, I think, but I think that's perfect because this could be the Pacific Coast if you want. Or we might have said the Atlantic. I don't think I've ever actually decided which coast this city's on, but okay, cool. Let's get an alleyway going at a corner here. I think we might have to smooth this out a little bit. And we can use one of our newer alleyways. Oh, wait, where'd they go? Are they in Road Builder? Huh, they're right here. Weird. Okay, we'll do a one-way alley. Turn off all our snappings. Let's go just out here at an angle. And then come back. Ooh, I guess we need anarchy. Coming back into the road right there. And then we'll clearly have to place some buildings manually because this block is a little misshapen, but over here we can get, yeah, we'll do like a single median medium density here, and then the rest of these we can do townhomes. We'll fill another one in there using picker, I think. Just like that. And then over here, let's get some smaller townhomes going along this corner here. So for that, we can go search. We'll go this one. I only want, I think, 2 deep. Yeah, we'll do, sure, we'll do level 2, but we'll let them level up whenever they can. So I'm gonna go kind of follow the curve here if I can. Behind here, maybe we have room for a small park. Let's see what we got. Can I fit this guy in? Yeah, maybe. That's a little weird shape. Maybe let's do just a basic playground. Where's the road? There, that side. Then we can cover that up with trees. Again, I'm probably gonna leave this space open for a pathway down to our kind of our lake park, which I will eventually do maybe later in the time lapse. Same for over here. We'll definitely fill these in with trees. I think I'm eyeballing this spot right here, and this looks like a good place for a parking lot, of which I think we have 0. So at least in this spot. So let's bring this down. Let's get it at a somewhat flat terrain. We have a long parking lot. Is it this one? Nope. This one, yeah. Whose entrance is at the edge there. So we can put that right there. Perfect. And then I'm thinking let's get a long pathway. We have a single lane pathway, this one, which you can't zone anything on it, but that's perfectly okay. All I want is for people to be able to walk down from there to this pathway right here. We'll get that at a 90, perfect. And then maybe we can, yeah, put this right here. And then let's back up this parking lot. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, we'll keep the palm trees there for fun. Don't like how it bends down like that. What we can do to fix that, though, is if we go back to single narrow pedestrian path, get a right angle, and then I'm going to choose this constant slope descent. And if let's make it elevated so it doesn't distort the terrain either, but this is from the new Anarchy upgrade as well. All right, that's a lot nicer looking. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, maybe in a later time lapse, I'll fill this area in with trees, get some paths around here. But for now, I think we can continue onto our park roads. The plan for those, if I haven't mentioned already, is to have to replace the columbarium we removed from San Iglesias College into, I think, in this peak right here. And then on this peak, I think that would be a good place for, we have these castle ruins right here, which since this is the highest peak in the area, although maybe that is over there, this might be like a logical place to put a castle. And if it's like an old colonial Spanish fort or something like that, I think that would be a really cool tourist attraction. So let's start by getting our road network up to these peaks, and we'll start by kind of softening the slope from this endpoint right there to, we'll have it branch off right there. So we'll follow this kind of natural ridge line going up there. And then we can get, I wonder why those roads aren't showing up. They are in Road Builder at least, so we'll get this snaking up that slope. And I'm using, I like the narrower looking roads. They look a little cleaner. I'm not sure I want people parking along this this kind of what will be a forested road. We'll have parking, dedicated parking up by the tourist attractions. Let's do our castle first, since I think it'll be a little simpler. I'm going to start by flattening this area. And we'll see how big this asset is actually. Ooh, it's pretty big. Okay. Well, we can have it, yeah, facing that way. It'll do its own thing with the terrain. Let's have the parking lot in the back here, so we'll do a little bit lower, but we'll do a straight edge like that. And then we can use the other custom road we made, which is two-way alley with sidewalks and angled parking. And then let's snake this to connect with that. Probably need to slope it up first. Cool. Okay. I think let's get a pathway kind of going around it. And let's start on this side. So we'll go up. I definitely want people to be able to go into... ooh, perfect entrance right there. Alright, and then yeah, we'll do some more detailing later, maybe get a park sign there, but that will all be part of the time lapse. Before I get too deep into that, let's get the columbarium set up. I think I'm saying that right, columbarium. Yeah, this peak right here, so let's also flatten this out. This is also a bigger asset, so we might need to play with the space here, but let's search for it. Columbarium. Oh, I think that's right. Let's have the parking lot on this side again, so we'll create a kind of a flat plane there, and then we'll slope down to our intersection down here. Okay, cool, and then let's just soften up these contour lines. Okay, we have the makings of kind of a city park now with some old ruins. And I think next, let's start tackling this Coit Tower custom build. If you look at a picture of Coit Tower, it really is just like a small concrete tower with a couple of slots up top for viewing. So I think we can accomplish this using our handy dandy horizontal pillars. So let's do, yeah, horizontal. And we'll do the taller ones. I think, yeah, 43. And then definitely need anarchy, but let's go in a circle. We'll get these as close as possible. I don't want to randomize anything, so let's see. I'm gonna, God, my whites are just really, really shiny, but we'll start in the center there, and then, yeah, let's... And now I have the fun task of using Move It to basically get all these at a 90-degree angle, so let's give that a shot. All right, so we have the tower base ready to go. Now we got to think about these archways up on top. And it looks like we have 2 layers of them with a kind of a mini archway series in between. I think we're just going to use more pillars for that. And what we can do is create like a flat plane of land out here somewhere. And then we'll smooth that back over when we're done. But let's go for, we'll do pillar maybe 20. Yeah, and then we'll use this tool, the circle tool, get some anarchy, get them as close together as, actually not super close together because we want some room in between for the windows. And now let me get rid of these bushes. I'm now going to go through and update these so they are 90 degrees from their orientation. Basically, make them straight up. Okay, now with Move It, we can select all of these. I'm now going to click Control H and then click, let's do, ooh, will it actually let me select any of these pillars? Maybe not. All right, I'm not going to select Control H. I'm just going to manually bring these up. So marquee tool for the 3rd time. And now I'm hitting page up to get these way up high. That looks very creepy. It's like some UFO or something like that. All right. Yeah, I'll try to get them up to the height of these columns. Now the tricky part is dragging these on top without deselecting them. Otherwise, I will never be able to select them again. Oh, dang. All right. That was easier than I thought it would be. You know, this isn't looking too bad, and I'm even wondering if I want to go that much taller. Because it is already pretty imposing, and I think the only thing that it rivals is our single office tower, Techomat, nice, out in the central district. So maybe I'll just do a smaller top layer. For this, I've been playing around, and I think maybe an interesting option would be, it's called Pergola 2. And if we get them, yeah, this one. And if we get them in a circle configuration, something like that, and I think maybe 7 across, or let's go 8 across. And then if we make them all white as well, so let's select the color. Cool. Okay, now we'll go to marquee selection, get them all. And now let's bring them all up. And then very carefully drag them on top of our tower. Yeah, I think that's okay. Got to bring them down just a little bit though. And you can see their leg support columns are now appearing, but that's not a bad thing. I kind of like having that internal structure look almost, but okay. That looks pretty cool, I think. Last thing for the center roof, I think we can maybe use those stone gazebos, these guys. If we get a circle of them as well, bring them out, not too big. We'll do, yeah, a hexagon like that. Get them all bright and white as well. Okay, same deal. Marquee, select all, bring them up. Actually, that's looking pretty good, yeah. So I think the last thing that I want to do is, yeah, like I said, get some more pillars to kind of cover up this roof, so to speak, right there. So to do that, let's go back to our handy dandy pillar assets. Can see if there are any smaller ones maybe. Is 10 the smallest? Oh no, we have 6, perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, this time, I think it's 8 meters wide, so we'll go back to circle mode, but instead of having a star pattern like this, although I guess we could, it looks small enough. I think maybe if we do this mode, but at a 90-degree rotation, I believe. No, that's definitely not right. That kind of looks like some Minecraft pixelated thing. Oh, how do I do this? Ugh, dear viewer, this is the 4th time I'm doing this. All right, so we're gonna do 6 meter radius, I think. 4, 5, 6, sure. We'll do a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, here we go. 8th time's the charm. Bringing this up. Actually, I should be able to control H and kind of select that. Hey, perfect. Okay, that's a lot easier. Now let's drag them over. If I can select them, there we go. Okay, not bad. I mean, it's a little bland in terms of color, but what are you gonna do with these horizontal pillars? Yeah, I don't know if there's any way we could introduce color to them, unless we put a giant billboard on top, which I do not want to do. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy where this turned out. All right, with the 2 tourist attractions all set up, at least the basic stuff, we'll obviously do more detailing, attach these services later. Let's do a bit more zoning and road work before we do go into a detailing time lapse. I'm seeing this hearse and I bet it is not part of the district. It is not. Okay, let's, I guess we can make this part of Dolly Hill as well. Okay, so yeah, we'll do a little bit more zoning here, and then I'm gonna get park paths going around in the eventual forest area, as well as around our man-made lake, and maybe snake one up to that intersection. So let's start with zoning here. Get rid of these trees. I think, obviously this will be kind of a busy intersection since it is off to the highway, so let's do just a small commercial corner there. I think let's get an actual park in this area since we don't really have one yet. We'll do, yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while. I guess we need anarchy. And then we can do a little bit of row houses. We'll do 3 there. And then let's do, we haven't done a mixed in a while. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. And is that part of a district? It is, perfect. All right. Next, let's think about a pathway around the lake. So all I'm gonna do is kind of flatten the area on the very rim up to this part right here. So let's go to our level terrain tool, bump this up, but make it nice and small. I'm thinking like 20. If the water is at 123, let's get it, sure, 127 should be fine. And then we're just gonna flatten the area around it like this. Maybe make it smaller over here. And then this kind of rock outcropping, we can have like a little place to stop and, I don't know, throw coins in the water or something. I guess you don't want to do that in a real lake like this, but let's also slope up to our street. I'm thinking we don't really have a lot of dog parks in Dewy Del Mar. You can never have enough, so let's plop one down there. And then, yeah, let's just snake a pedestrian path around the entire lake. Thinking during the time lapse, detailing time lapse, maybe we'll get a fence along there because that's an easy drop into the water right there. Might even raise the water up a little bit because I feel like we can have, yeah, have a little bit more water to play with there. But okay, let's think about our park pathways. So what I want to do is let's snake one up from this intersection right here. We'll go up the hill to meet with our parking lot there. And then I also want to have kind of a connecting one go under this road since we do have a pretty steep hill to deal with. And I don't know, I like park tunnels, park pathway tunnels. We can get maybe like another parking lot around here in case you don't want to go all the way up. But then we'll have that path snake up to meet with our castle tourist attraction as well. So let's start with this parking lot. Let's get, I'm gonna just flatten maybe this area right here. So yeah, let's make a little plateau. And I'm gonna do the parking lot first. Let's go to road tools. I'm thinking this smaller, modest one, yeah. I'm gonna turn off all road snappings because we're gonna have an alleyway come out here. Sure, just like that. And then to make this even more apparent without the terrain distortions, let's make this part a key wall and we can maybe smooth out that terrain later. But now what I want to do is our pedestrian path, which will kind of just take you all throughout the forest. So let's start down here maybe. And yeah, just wind our way up kind of this hill right here. And we're going to try to follow the contour lines a little bit. Cool, something like that. And then let's have it kind of break off maybe around, how about along this ridge right here? So we'll go follow these contour lines. And yeah, here's where I want to kind of tunnel underneath. So let's go, I think it needs to be 12.5 meters is when it starts actually becoming a tunnel. So yeah, we'll do something like this. All right, and then so we'll have one kind of coming back around to meet up with the parking lot, but this other offshoot will make its way up to our castle, which we kind of need a name for, I just realized. Okay, pretty cool. So yeah, if you don't want to go all the way up and have to walk all the way down this steep hill and back up, you can just do a shorter route. Maybe go to the parking lot, come down here, go through Middle Street or something like that, stop by the playground, and then you do have to get back up this hill, but I mean, you kind of know that if you're going to this park. This makes me a little worried. Let's try this again. I think that's a little better, yeah. And like I said, I'll extend the surfaces. I'll make everything look a little nicer. I in the past said I might want to make this area an arboretum, so maybe we can do a couple of like more manicured lawns around here. But yeah, I think that's the bulk of the infrastructure work I want to do. I might go around, clean up some of this zoning, add more buildings here, but let's do that as part of this this time lapse. Alright, welcome back. So, quick tour of what I did. Basically blanketed the area with trees, because this is supposed to be like a city forest / arboretum. In fact, if we look somewhere in the paths, we'll see, yeah, here he is. Put some of these park signs around to make it look like, you know, you're reading what type of tree you're looking at, and different plants placed by the city. I also made this other man-made lake just because I thought we could have a nice complement between these two, and I did raise the water level on this one right here. Redid the pathways a little bit. I didn't like how it was kind of straight edge against our castle ruins. But then, yeah, I had some more paths around here, around the lake, filled in Vasquez Falls itself with more trees, kind of tightened up the zoning a little bit, and then, yeah, just made slight adjustments where I thought I wanted to. So I think now what we gotta do is make sure this is part of the district, and no one actually lives here. I guess this is part of Dolly Hill, but let's make this entire district the actual city arboretum. So we'll fill in all this. And let's recycle in this for sure, and slow down while you're driving. So, and I don't think we need heavy traffic in this area. I don't plan to put anything important back in the arboretum. So from this view, I really like how the tower turned out. It definitely feels like this is something you can see when you're approaching the city in either direction or from the train, and it just kind of stands out. I think it is a little taller, although maybe this will get taller as it upgrades, but I am definitely happy how the Coit Tower lookalike turned out. Do we want, I think we probably want a bus stop here. We'll bring it up to our Coit Tower lookalike, and so let's just go, in fact, let's have one stop through Vasquez Falls as well. We can have it stop, how about right along here, sure. Since we don't have parking on that side anyway. So I'm thinking we will just do a small Arboretum loop starting at Central Station. So let's go from here, we'll go out around, go up to Vasquez Falls, and then stop at the Arboretum. And then, oh, I guess we got to come back, but here, I'll make another stop at Vasquez Falls, but we'll come back through here and then close up shop once again at Central Station. So right here, let's get one on this side as well. And so when this goes back, nope, we want to drag the line, oops, this way. Perfect, okay. And literally 2 minutes later, we have the no vehicles icon again. So let's nip this in the bud. Our bus depot is over here, and we do have this open space next to the tram depot. So I'm thinking let's just plop an extension there. We're gonna go to our upgrades, and it's a little outside the zone, but with some anarchy, we can just keep it right there. And as usual, let's make it a little prettier with some stain decals. And when I say prettier, I mean, I guess more realistic. I don't know. All right, hopefully that fixes the issue, at least for now. If we take a look at our bus usage, wow, downtown's at 25%. But okay, we do have usage on the Arboretum line now, which it was at 0 before because it had no buses. So yeah, glad we fixed that. All right, I think that's where I'm gonna end it today. This has been a fun episode. Honestly, they're always fun, but I enjoyed making a more park area one in contrast with the like heavy industry we did last episode. So if you all have suggestions or feedback, as always, let me know in the comments. Love reading them. Anything to make the Arboretum either more realistic or prettier, I don't know. Or Vasquez Falls. If you have a backstory for our grave setup here, let me know. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.